Hey, Direct Success Digital Nation, this is Jack again. We're sending out something that may not be received as readily as I would like for them to be received, so that's why I'm doing this video. We're kind of like the switchboard for lead generation follow-up. I was there and one of the catalysts that told everybody in this industry that technology was important and that we needed to get our lead generation act together. And we're still working on taking that to the next level and always will be, Lord willing, as long as we can. But we need to share some best practices because we're uniquely qualified because of all the very, very talented salespeople that we work for all over the country, to hear the things that are and are not working. So I don't want a script to be an oppressive or insulting thing. It's just a working document. And I know that a lot of people go, oh, we know what to say. I don't need a script. Scripts are not useful, on and on. I disagree. I think having a place to start and refine, whether it's the 5 steps to, that's 10. 5 steps to sales success process, or having scripts that you rehearse enough so that they don't sound like a script, are important. I wanted to share some of those things, so I put them down and they're in the document. Please read it, but read it understanding that we're not trying to change your personality, although some of you can use a sense of humor just maybe a little bit more than you do. We're not trying to tell you what to say as much as the topic and the chronological order and how much to say. When you're prospecting and following up on people, you really don't need to do anything other than achieve engagement. This thing where people go out there and they shoot from the hip and they say, hey, listen, we got your request for, well, no, the phones don't look like that anymore. We got your request for a player piano, and we do have some. My name is Jack. I'm in here at Prestige Piano. Every day but Wednesdays. Don't call me Wednesdays. I'd love to help you out. Please give me a call. All righty? Thanks. We've been helping people with player pianos for years, so let me know how I can help you. Okay. That goes on all the time. Another thing that goes on all the time is people pushing the 5 steps too fast and trying to get to the discovery. What are we interested in today? Okay. That's not the point of lead generation follow-up. Engagement is the only point. And then you can do your credibility, and then you can do your building rapport. But you have to get somebody to talk to you before you can even do those first 2 steps. So that's kind of sort of what this is all about. It's a track to run on, and it is tied directly, fundamentally, sales psychology-wise, soundly to the 5 steps to sales success process. I had a dear friend these people are still selling, and so I don't want to use any names, but he was awarded the directing manager position overseas at a Steinway hall. And when he got there, he was really impressed with the talent and the knowledge of the representatives, the sales associates at Steinway Hall. But he noticed after a while that there was no consistency or methodology to anything that they said. People would walk in and everything just seemed to be really random without any sort of a goal or anything that could be refined or worked on or improved. And so he told them that, he wrote them some scripts. And they went, oh, that is not how we... You Yankees, don't come over here and start talking to us about scripts and all this. The way you sell stuff, that doesn't work over here. Scripts sound rehearsed. They sound mechanical. They sound, like somebody's trying to sell me something. We don't want to do a script. He says, they don't sound right. To which he replied, then you're not doing it right. If it sounds like a script, you don't know how to take a script and own it and deliver it like a professional that is prepared to control the chronological order of topics. So then he took a script and he delivered it just like he was talking to another person and said, see, did that sound like a script? They said, no, it's because I rehearsed. Well, a lot of people don't think that as a sales professional that they need to rehearse, that they need to read anything about sales, that they need to watch a podcast, that they need to do anything other than just show up and shoot from the hip. And I got this. I've been doing it for a while. I'll figure it out. I know what I'm doing. Well, if you're sitting there making less than six figures, no, you don't. Because if you're selling a luxury marketing item and you're wallowing around there at $50,000 to $75,000 a year, then you're not doing it right. Because there are too many people that are operating at that level on a regular basis, and we need to get you there. And this is one of the tools, believe it or not, that you really need to consider to use. Tiger Woods has a golf swing coach, okay? The athletes that go to the Olympics. When I first started to play the guitar, I had a teacher. I have a world-class guitar teacher, a guitarist that I use in sessions for my original stuff that I record. And this guy's taking lessons from people overseas in a Zoom setting so that he can go to the next level. He's got Emmys. I mean, if you really want to be great at selling, then you need to get some coaching. Now, speaking of coaching, where I get some coaching is from Matthew Kelly. He's one of my favorite writers, and he's not even actually, he talks about sales, and he's got a consulting business, a national one, and he's phenomenal, but this isn't like a how to sell book or overcoming objections or closing tactics or guerrilla warfare or all those things. Let me read this to you. This is from chapter 27 in Resisting Happiness from Matthew Kelly. And the title of the chapter is The Secret to Excellence. He says, when I was about 16 years old, his dad was dropping him off at a soccer game. And as he walked away from the car, he put his window down and said, Matthew, don't forget. He says, I interrupted him. Dad, I know, listen to my coach. Well, his dad kept telling him every time he dropped him off, regardless of what he was doing. Listen to your coach. And one day he goes, Dad, why do you always say listen to your coach? Without skipping a beat, the dad said, because nobody achieves excellence at anything without coaching. He wouldn't really mind that. He says, what do you mean? And his father said, you can get good at something just by working hard at it. If you've got some talent and you work hard at it, you can get really, really good at it. And that's where a lot of you are. But excellence, peak performance, being the best you can be at something, doesn't happen without coaching. And work with the people around you. It's like Charles Drucker said. He says, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Don't be afraid to try a script or a new idea on a colleague. It doesn't have to be in a sales meeting. Can't you just establish a culture where everybody tries to help everybody else get better and sell more stuff, which will help them personally and help the company? Don't be afraid to get in front of a mirror. Video yourself. Do a little role play. Practice. What's the old saying? Practice makes perfect. Well, there's no such thing as perfect. But if you aim for perfect, you'll probably end up at excellence. So these are editable. The sheets are editable. but edit them with caution, because what we're giving you is what works, okay? We're giving you the feedback that we have been blessed and empowered with to share it with you. So make it your own personality. Own it, revise it with caution. Because if you take out some of these words that have to do with timing and respect and positioning, you may take a good script and make it okay instead of good. So like Ben Franklin said, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So, end of the workshop. Thank you for spending this time with me and getting through this. I hope that it was helpful, because that's kind of sort of our job here.